Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. We are taking it back to the drugstore and finally talking about the brand new contour kits from Maybelline. These are the Master Contour by FaceStudio. They have two shade options, light to medium and medium to deep. I hauled these recently. I got super excited when I saw them and I started testing them out right away. Lo and behold, it seems like every single brand is coming out with some type of a contour kit where you get a contour shade, a blush, and then some type of a highlighter. So I will be putting other contour kits to the test. Rimmel has one, L'Oreal has one, but everybody is launching new stuff right now, so there is a lot to try. And this just happens to be the first one that I was able to track down and get my hands on. And I definitely have some pros and cons for you guys. So let's get to what is important. Is this hot or not? Okay, first things first, these are $12.99 and you do get 3 products that clearly state what they are. It actually says contour 1, 2 blush, 3 highlight. So you know exactly what you're doing even if you're a beginner. You also get instructions on the back. Drawback is you don't have a mirror. On the plus side of that, you can see what the product is when you're, opening your drawer. So that's always nice to be able to grab what you need immediately without having to open things up. In here, you also get the most awful brush you've ever seen in your life. I would not recommend contouring with this. You're gonna have like a stripe on your face. No, don't do it. Okay, so we're first going to talk about the light to medium, which was the first one that I tried out, basically because I'm really light, I'm really fair, and I thought this would be most appropriate for me. Before we get into the actual swatches, I do want to say that both palettes, all 3 items blend really beautifully. They are very pigmented. I do like how they blend. I do like how they sit on the skin, and I just have some issues with the actual color. So in the light kit, the first thing that you notice when you put it on the skin is it is extremely warm. This feels more like a matte bronzer to me than it does an actual contour, because when you contour with that, it does not look like a shadow. It literally looks like kind of an orangey pink stripe. And I sat there and I blended my heart out for quite a while. I didn't really like how it looked, wasn't very impressed. I do really like the blush in the light kit, and I love the highlighter in the light kit. The highlighter is incredible. I mean, look at that. I'm wearing it today and I feel like I am so glowy, and it is very effortless. All I used to put the highlight on was a fan brush. This is from Sephora. It's quite a large fan brush, and I was able to just go like this and get that color really quickly intense. So if you like a creamy, intense highlight, this one is really nice and bright, and it's not overly warm. It's more on the cool side, but it's not icically cool either. It's just a very flattering highlight. So love that. It's not overly shimmery. It's just, I love this highlight. It almost makes it worth the $12.99 just for that. The blush is great. The contour, the shade is off for me. I tried using it as bronzer, and even that was just like it was just too orangey pink on me. Now, that being said, I actually prefer the contour shade in the medium to deep. This is more of an actual brown, deep shade, and I just prefer this one for contour, even though it is really crazy dark. When I have a tan, I will totally use this because it blends nicely and I do like it. The blush in here is very reminiscent of NARS's Orgasm, maybe a little more pink, but it has that kind of golden sheen to it. And then the highlight in here, you definitely do need deeper skin. I applied this because I was like, whoa, it's so pretty. And it just ended up looking a little bit dark and almost like a muddy highlight. So if you have somewhat of a tan or deeper skin, then this highlight is going to be awesome on you. But if you have very fair skin like me, it's just going to be too much. I don't like that it doesn't have a mirror. I don't like the little brush that it comes with. I think the contour shades themselves could have been a little more cool tone, just so that you could get more of a sculpted effect. I mean, especially when you're sculpting out your nose and cheeks, you don't want it to be an orange, overly warm thing, because a sculpting powder should be that. It's not a bronzer. So if you want to use these as a bronzer with a brush more like this versus a brush that's just gonna chisel the face, then go for that, get the perimeter, and you can create some shape doing that as a technique as opposed to straight just like sculpting. So it just depends what you want out of this product. This is what I wish. I wish Maybelline would make their eyeshadows more like this. Like this texture is different to me. It's not stiff. It has a different slip to it. Really quickly, I also want to touch on their new setting spray, which is on that same display. This is pretty much the same thing as the L'Oreal Infallible. L'Oreal actually owns Maybelline. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but this literally ingredient for ingredient is pretty much the same. This one is a little more affordable and I like it. It's not bad. Same thing. Same thing. So if you're looking for a good drugstore setting spray, this one is really nice. I do like it. It's not as fine of a mist as the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'll show you guys. See how that's just kind of like, shoo. This is like 3 times the price. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a good setting spray from the drugstore, this is way better than the NYX setting spray. I do still really love this guy from Sally's. But yeah, I just thought that I would try it and let you guys know how it went. Oh, I almost forgot to share with you guys. I almost forgot. Just so we're clear, I am wearing this blush, this highlight, and then I did take the contour shade. You know me, I can always find use for something, and I was able to grab a kind of fluffier, smaller detail brush, grab this, and it's actually what I am wearing underneath my eye to kind of smoke things out. And I've been doing that a lot. I really like this as eyeshadow. It has the right amount of warmth, just not for the face. Let me know in the comments what other contour kits / new stuff from the drugstore would you like to see in a hot or not. And please thumbs this video up if you liked it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.